Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Vols will boot it away to start the game. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Offense set on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Fast motion from the offense. This quarterback part of their running game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's moved. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He'll do it himself. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
From the gun, running back on the move. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line. Right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Man, really nice job by the defense. Understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. The give to the left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on second down. Going for it all. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game score.
The Volunteers look to do some damage in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They want to just keep throwing it. Still looking on the move. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open. Couldn't find anybody. Took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
And that is no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young...
Oh, look out! And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll try the outside to the left. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Here comes the offense on second down. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Snagged in the middle. It's Moon. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires and picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it there.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He lost one down the sideline. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Arizona took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Wildcats that fired on all cylinders. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's the handoff. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. It's complete. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the offense. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Runs through the tackle. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires on the move. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This is a 3rd and long. They go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. That should be the final play of the first half.
Gain of 13. And first down for the offense.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Broncos will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half. You're down, obviously, at the half. You had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The balls are rolling down the field. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Dialing up a second down pass play. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback uses his brain. I only need a few yards to get the first down. Nice job. Scrambles around, buys time, gets just enough for the first down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
At the 9-yard line. Second down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now they're going to throw it. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll run it on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide out in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's past the 30. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I'll tell you what, dude. In today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
The Broncos are flying down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. On target to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they
lets it fly deep downfield. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in a sudden change situation.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Full wide out set, two on either side on 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
To the ground, he's got it again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Running it to the right. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 2nd down coming up. Fast motion from the offense. He leaves it with his back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the Vols will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The receiver while the ball's in the air and instantly morphing into a running back when he has it.
That's what's fun nowadays. You got these little quick guys that you put in the slot that they're running backs, man. They're playmakers. They can make people miss and learn how to sit down in holes, give them the football, make somebody miss, make big plays over the middle of the field.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Surging forward on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They marched 79 yards on the drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. On the move from inside his 5. Still on his feet. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Get set, get set.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Tennessee.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish.
Got it.
3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand.
Easy.
Touchdown, Boise State! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Houston had an impressive showing at home today. And I know the fans there in Clutch City are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Second down.
After the misfire, now on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's something as a defense you've got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you've got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. Looking to throw it again. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's looking to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback's throwing away from heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And he gets the fumble back, but that clock is still an enemy. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looking to throw on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right